Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Minutes. Myself, Michael Bergio, Mark Novak, and David Guzzo on here to talk about your bush. Keep your bush tidy, especially when it relates to real estate. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, David.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I think, especially when selling homes, one of the biggest things that brings a change to the appearance of a property is the landscaping and of the outside. A lot of people are generally focused on the inside, but they miss a lot of outside areas that can make a big difference. I know, David, you've done some great work. We had that block of land. Where was it, Mark? Narrowena or Eleonora? That single block with the where basically a lot of owners I don't know if they don't see it or they just, I don't know. Sometimes they just don't see the value like they do. When an agent says, paint the walls, they're like, yep, paint. But when you're like, all right, let's tidy up outside, it's almost like a disconnect of the difference it makes. Maybe people can't visualize it, but I certainly see it once you've gone into a property that you've done for us, David. It's just like, wow, it's a no-brainer. So where do you see the biggest change, or what's your biggest push or conversation when you're speaking to clients about the necessity, especially when selling?
When selling, the gardens. If the gardens look nice and tidy, well, that's great for the sale too, because people come in, they look around, they don't want to see overgrown bushes and overgrown trees that are vines and stuff. They just want it tidy. You know what I mean? It makes the place look,
Hey, Dave, what do you do when it's on a day like? What do you do on a day like today when it's rainy, when you're not trimming bush and lawns? And what's your company name, Dave?
Company name's Mowerscape Lawns and Gardens. Days like today, well, it's still not too bad.
What areas do you do?
I do all areas.
So you'll still go out and do some lawns?
Well, today, at the moment, I'll go out and do a few lawns. I've got about probably 15 to do today, but we'll see what the weather does. Yeah.
And these are regular clients, so these guys are always, you're out there every couple of weeks doing their bush and lawns.
Yeah, every 2 weeks in summer, once a month in winter. So just regular maintenance. Sometimes they might need hedges, some pruning, and so on. So but every 2 weeks.
So Dave, do you ever find that you get cracked onto by an occupant of a property, whether it's a man or a woman, finding you very attractive?
Every day, mate. I sort of just try and get in and out, and that's about it. Like I go in and I come out.
Don't engage. And don't engage with the enemy.
No, I don't see many, because they're all at work or what's going on here. But they're all at work, so I pretty much just go in, open the gates, do what I have to do, and get out.
Yep.
I'm on my own, so I don't have anyone with me, which is good.
Lonely job?
Lonely, man. I go out on my own. I'd rather do it myself.
Do you actually? But on a serious note, is that good or bad?
Oh, I love it. I'd rather do it on my own.
You love it, eh?
No calls after 4.
Yeah.
No calls after 5, so I don't have to worry. Don't have to pick.
How long have you been?
And
how many years have you been doing it for?
Oh, it's about 12 years now.
And has the technology or what you're using changed much, or the principles?
Oh well, I've
machinery.
I've got a few ride-on machines, so it's much easier. So I sort of.
Can you show us your machines, Dave?
Yeah, I can show you the machines.
Yeah.
So let me know when you want to have a look. Now?
Let's go now, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I'll flip that around.
You can do whatever you want. You're Dave Guzzo. Look at that! Okay. Look at that beautiful yard you have. The vines. Wow.
You want to have a look? See?
Oh, when are they going to be ready?
They'll be ready probably by January, February. Then I've got a few lemons here. I've got a bit of everything.
Wow.
These are the almonds. If you want to have a look, see the almonds, mandarins,
Oh wow!
everything.
And Dave, on any particular jobs, do the ladies ask you to do the lawns with your shirt off? Look at that!
Wow.
I feel like we're in the Hunter Valley.
David put himself on mute. Hang on, I mute him. Dave, you muted yourself. He muted himself.
Oh, you muted yourself, Dave. Press the mute button, mate. Unmute.
Unmute. You've clicked mute.
Unmute. Yeah. Unmute, Dave.
I can't.
Start a movement.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, that's better. Yeah. Sorry.
All right. We've got celery. We've got cabbage. We'll just go through here. Kale.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Kale.
What's an average person paying you to get lawns done on a house?
Oh, just regular front and back, probably 60 plus GST. Is pretty good.
Okay.
Let's go up to the machines anyway.
Can you take on more clients? Can you take on more clients or not really?
Always.
You can.
Always.
You've got.
And 60 for cash.
Cash, yeah, cash is
Cash.
Good.
Cash is king.
That's my old machine.
Oh, look at that machine! Wow.
That's an old one. That's the antique.
So what? Why have you got it? Why have you got it there? Why have you got it in the backyard? Is that memories?
That's in the front yard, mate. That's my first machine. It's done over 1,000 hours, so I left it here for
Memories.
All right, let's go up to the truck.
Now, what sort of ranges in the services like that someone can call you for? Because there's some people funny about taking trees out or down. Are you sort of limited to what you can do, or can you do most of it? Besides, is a tree a certain size that you won't be able to do, or you can basically trim back any tree? It's just the whole removal. Because I know some people they're always like, I don't know if I can remove that. I want to remove that. When can you do stuff, and when do you have to sort of take a step back and say you got to get an arborist in to check that, but I can scale it back? Because I think trees can sometimes be quite annoying, especially if you got a property with a view, a tree overhangs on someone else's property. What are sort of the guidelines?
Yeah, I'm more sort of into the trimming, pruning, hedging, all the garden maintenance. The tree work is you got to go up to the next level in the tree work.
Okay.
It's sort of, I've got a couple of tree guys that I always use.
Yep.
I don't know.
So you've got two vehicles. Yeah, mention them. You got two vehicles, Dave?
I've only got the one truck now. This is the truck. This is a new.
What's the ute across the road? I saw a ute across the road saying your company name.
No, that.
My bins.
Someone else. Oh yeah, my bins. It's your mate. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is stunning.
How can I just get...
Oh, Dave's muted yourself again, Dave. Lotto Land reserved.
That was me. All good. All good. He's all good.
You're back, Dave.
Yeah, I'm back.
Lotto Land.
Right, so this is my truck.
Do you do the lawns at Lotto Land? Yep. Dual cap means you can seat 5 people.
What's that?
Dual cab means it's not just 2 people, you can have 5 people sitting in there.
Oh, I can see
Dual
6
cab.
in this one with the new baby. I've got to put the baby seat in the back, so that's why I got this.
Yeah.
And
nice.
plus it's
efficient.
It carries all my machines. I've got the Gravelies here.
What's the most used?
Is that a 0?
Yeah, they're all 0 turns.
0 turn.
They're 0 turn.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, 0 turn mowers.
And what does 0 turn mean?
Gates. 0 turn.
Yeah.
You can turn on a on a dime, pretty much.
Yeah. Like a
So
tank.
none of that old school pulling, basically.
These sort of fit through 1 meter gates, so I can get into backyards pretty easy.
Yep.
Yep.
And these are just the push mowers. Then I've got all my other equipment in
Honda
here.
Honda Push is that a Honda push mower?
What's that? Yeah, all Hondas. They're Hondas, self-propelled. That's just a smaller one.
Honda's the best motor?
Honda's pretty good, yeah, pretty reliable for the contractor. But these are the beasts.
And what does
electric or petrol? All of them.
Oh, if you're doing it, if you're just a homeowner and you're doing it every couple of weeks, you might as well go the electric way, the battery way.
Battery. So
Yeah, because,
what would be?
It saves you.
Why do you see people use you rather than doing it themselves? Would it be time poor, cost of the machinery to buy it, or they just sort of screw it up and it looks worse? Like, what's a good reason where you get called in? Do you get called in a lot where they've tried to sort of tidy up their landscaping themselves and like I said, it looks worse?
Yeah, I'll get caught in. Like, they'll try and just do things which, they're probably going to take days and days. Which, you go in there and you say maybe I help them out. I don't always just say I want to do the job. I try and help them out. If they think they can do it, I'll just give them a bit of advice and go for it. I don't want to be greedy and all that, but I try and help them out. Whatever's needed. I'm not going to go in there and just say.
So if they're pretty hands-on, like most Italians, and they want to help, so you're pretty open to like, we can do it together, but I can put you in the path that you don't screw it up, and I've got all the machinery, let's do it together, get it done in half the time, and you don't feel like you're doing nothing as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, I'll help them out. I'll if they want to help me, on their job, I'm happy to let them, help out and go for it together.
Push them all around. Dave, what's your favourite? Who's your favourite customer how long have you been doing this for, and who's your favourite customer?
Or style customer?
Favourite customer? My favourite customer?
Yeah.
Oh, she's probably a lady up in Kelkel, Headland Road. I've probably been with her for
what?
Oh yeah, since I started. She's
Is
about
that-
80, I think.
Is that the person or the job you like?
What do you mean been? What do you mean been with her?
Oh. Well,
The
cut
company.
her grass, looked after her gardens.
So yes. And so you've been doing that for her for how long?
Oh, at least, since I started, 12 years.
So she's one of your first clients when you started your business. So that's big loyalty.
Why is she? Look at that. Why is she your favourite though? Like, why does she? Out of all your customers, why is she your number one? She's just nice to you.
She's I don't know. I get there and I'll do whatever I have to do, and she's usually home, and we just have a chat. We can chat for half an hour about anything,
that's nice.
and it's easy. She's cool.
What?
Yeah.
What are the?
Nice.
She lives in Headland Road.
So most of the jobs you're doing.
That's beautiful. Did you grow that? You didn't grow that. You got that from the fruit shop.
Yeah, I grow the pineapples. What was that? Sorry, Michael. You cut
No,
out.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
so
of course, I grow at least one every year.
Wow.
So do you do any commercial work? And where would that sort of be? Or is most residential? Like the Manly Footy Oval, things like that. Is that sort of stuff, or big commercial plants? They wouldn't have much landscaping, would they?
Wait, you're cutting out. Sorry, mate.
No, I was just saying, is most of your work residential?
Yeah, most of it's residential. Like I do a bit for the council, like maintain a few little areas, which I used to have. Like I used to do a big contract for them before. I did it for about 5 years, and now I just got my own clients, but it's just maybe a bit easier too. So, but yeah, the contract was good for 5 years with the council. But I'm ready. I can mow. I do horse paddocks in Oxford Falls. I can mow with these machines pretty much anything, and go through anything. So.
And where does all the grass grow? Do you use the client's bins, or do you have your own bin and you take it to the tip? Where's the rubbish go?
The grass. Well, most of the grass my machines have got mulchers, so they mulch a lot of the grass. It just depends. It just depends how long it is. I catch it. I've got a catcher for the ride-ons, but mainly I mulch it back.
Lost ya.
So, like, I can catch it, mulch it, but I usually like to mulch it because it feeds it. So, you know.
Okay.
But if I do have
so
to
mulching,
mulching is great.
It doesn't
it's great for the grass. Like a lot of plots. You there? You cutting out?
You're going out. So
doesn't
mulching.
Doesn't it look ugly when you mulch it? Doesn't it leave all crap on there? Well, there you go. That's Dave Guzzo. He might come back, but that's a take.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we'd have so many questions on grass.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just to sort of go through that. Why we had him on is, one, we love talking to local business owners and people doing anything in the community. So if you're a business and you want to explain what you do, and plus I think landscaping is sort of the orphan child when it comes to people getting their property ready to sell. They're worried about the kitchens, the bathrooms, everything, but they neglect the outside. So I think it's important for people to really look at that as well. Morning, Hanmal. You missed us just talking about grass. We had a great landscaper on this morning, showed us machines he uses, what does he do. And the point of that was just to bring awareness to, and you would imagine as well, Hanmal, everyone's looking at painting bathrooms and that, but not everyone's talking about the landscaping around a property. So I think that's a wrap.
Michael, and everyone here, everyone's spending money on their properties because they're home more. So homemaking, whether you're Bunnings, whether you're Bingley, whether you're a carpenter or a plumber, people are investing in their homes. So I think that's another great investment you can make, getting a garden.
Yeah, and use the garden. And the one thing I loved about that was it just shows the garden out the back. I think start your own little veggie patch, your own little veggie garden. I think it's good mental therapy as well. And obviously the produce is very, very good. So, all righty. That's a wrap.
All right. Thanks, guys. Love you.
Thanks.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.